Three, two, one, let's go. Well, good morning and welcome to Brekkie with the Guy Who Sews. Today is Saturday, December 30th. So this is our final live for 2023, unless I decide to go live impromptu, but the chance of that happening is pretty remote. So if you want to see a live, today is it. I have brought along my very, very good friend. You've seen her several times before. She's always a hoot. It's going to be a wonderful time hanging out and sewing with my friend. It's none other than Martha from Martha's Creative Life. If you haven't checked out her channel, you are missing out. You need to run over and do that, well, after you watch this, of course, and check out all her quilty goodness. So why don't we let Martha introduce herself and tell us a little bit more about herself, just in case someone hasn't seen her channel.
Hi, it's Martha's Creative Life. That's how usually I've been introducing myself from some of my videos. So welcome everyone. It is early in the morning. Oh my goodness. I was just telling Sean, I said, I need my coffee to kick in today. So I've had my channel about 1.5 years now. And over the holidays with Quiltmas, I was able to reach my 1,000 subscribers. I'm at like 1422, which is absolutely amazing. You know, never thought I would even get to 50. But we're working on our gnomes today. I'm the gnome ambassador for Cotton Cuts. We did have a little video mishap on the Cotton Cuts live streams that they've been having on Thursday mornings, and they've had it this week because it's a special week. But the video got messed up. But I had talked about the gnomes, so I went ahead and put it on my channel so that y'all can see it over there. But the gnomes have been really a lot of fun, so that's what we're getting to work on today. Ready for the new year. Had a great holiday season. Just kind of, you know, getting back to normal again. I think
I know it's kind of like you just kind of breathing a sigh of relief after all the festivities and everything else. But yeah, the gnomes are something that I enjoy doing too. I've made a couple of them in the past. I bought this one, the graduation gnome, because someone suggested I do these as like a door hanging, which I think is a really, really neat idea. And I thought with all our exchange students that we have, this would be fun to hang up, you know, like in the May, June time frame on our front door. I mean, I'll just back it and, you know, we've got a storm door so that way to stay protected and that sort of thing there.
Well,
And
that's a
then
good idea.
yeah, well, someone suggested, I forget who told me. They said, yeah, because I was like, what am I going to do with these? And someone suggested it, and I thought it was a really good idea. I think you're going to make an actual quilt out of like 12 of them or something, correct?
Well, I've got a project that I put a video on the channel. It's called the Season of Gnomes. I'm taking March, June, September, and December, all the boy gnomes, and we're going to make them the Season of Gnomes. It's going to be a wall hanging specifically, just something fun. One of the guys that I used to work with before he went into the Army, he's in boot camp right now, got to come home for the holidays, so that was nice. But he said, Miss Martha, why don't you do like a group of 4 of them and call them the Season of Gnomes? And I'm like, that's a really good idea. So it wasn't my idea. And so since I got the December boy done, now I can share that project, you know, put it to completion and piece it all together, all 4 of them, and put the sashing in the middle of them. So Cotton Cuts gave me the kit. Where did I put them? For the wall hangings. That's what they gave me, which is nice because it's all the sashing that you need.
Oh, nice. I didn't know they did that.
And they tell you how to put it together. So you could do the wall hanging. Andrea over at Arkansas Gals, I think she got the table runner to be able to put the table runner together, but she's doing the cotton, and I'm doing the batiks.
Nice. Yeah.
Looks like you did the batiks too.
I did the batiks too. So this is my March one that Cotton Cuts actually sent over to me to assemble. And then they also sent me one of the accent blocks. They sent this to me like 6 months ago. Like I am terrible. I'm not a very good ambassador when it comes to gnomes. But she, you know, Robin said, hey, you know, make it up, show it on your channel, that sort of thing there. And we did this on one of my lives, I think, and a couple of podcasts. Yeah, like 6 months ago. Like I did this one pretty quickly. And then the accent one kind of sat to the wayside for way too long. But, you know, we figured today would be really, you know, it'd be fun just to put these together. Because the nice thing about this is everything, as you can see, is pre-cut. So all you have to do is kind of take off the label, look at the fun instructions, and just get going. So that's what I love about this. Because sometimes you get home from work, you want to sew, but you don't want to do anything super complicated. And these are a fun thing. And I actually bought one of these, the December Boy Gnome No, sorry, I'll get it right in a minute. The July boy gnome for Lorenzo, who's one of my exchange students, and I figured that'd be the perfect way for me to teach him how to do half square triangles. He's figured out squares because we did a patchwork quilt a few months, like a month or two ago, and I figured now it's time for him to take the next step in his quilting journey and do a half square triangle. So I thought this is a fun way too. It's very, very beginner friendly because we had Robin from Cotton Cuts come on with me once, and it was like her first project and she knocked it
Yeah.
out of the park. So,
Yeah. And she
um,
said if she can do it, anybody can.
absolutely, yeah, because she never sewed before in her life. She works for a sewing company and hadn't sewed, which I thought
Right.
was, fun. But then again, I was a barista for years before I drank coffee, so it can happen. And yeah, I talked her into coming on and sewing live for the first time, basically. So yeah, if she can do it, really anybody can, I think. So yeah, it's definitely true. All right, let's see who is here with us. We've got a nice little crowd. It looks like my friend Sean from the Model Lasagna is here. I will never forget his name because it's the same as mine. Makes it nice and easy. Let's see who else. Martha's Creative Life is here. Good morning, Martha.
Hey, that's
Uh,
me.
that's you. That's one of the reasons I love you so much is your fun, bubbly personality, which is really, really neat. Let's see. My friend Lisa from Orkle Quilter, Georgia is here. She says, hi, Sean and Martha, my neighbor to the west. I'm going to watch for a few and then scoot out to run errands. We'll watch anything we miss. And she was on my quilt trunk show last week. If you haven't seen that, you definitely need to go check that out because that was a lot of fun. Let's see who else is here with us. Let me throw her link in the chat as well. So that way, if you haven't seen her channel, you can go see her as well. She does so many wonderful inspirational shorts. I love watching her stuff. My friend Pat Strawhouse is here. It's always good to see her. Melissa Feldhouse is here with us. Good morning, Melissa. It's always good to hear from you. And my friend Dragonflies for Donna is hanging out with us as well. Donnell Stitchery is here with us. She has a wonderful channel and she normally goes live at 11 a.m. Eastern on Saturday morning. So as far as I know, she should be live a little later in the morning. So you can go check her out once you're finished with here. Sally Kavzak, I'm probably butchering that name, is here with us as well. Miss Patty is here with us. Teresa Lynch. Joyty is here. My friend Janice from The Right Way is also here with us. And she was in the Trump show last week as well. And same for Maria Field is here with us. She says, good morning, all. I hope you're all doing great. Give a thumbs up if you are enjoying the video so far, even though we really haven't done much. Definitely hit the thumbs up button. It helps us out immensely. And did I miss someone? I'm sure I did. Oh yeah, Nikki B is here with us. Gina, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Gina. It's always wonderful to hear from my friend Gina. Julie M. Wisconsin says, hi, Martha, and hi, Sean. It's a frosty, foggy morning here in Wisconsin. All right. And then Jan Johnson is here with us from Western Australia. So good evening to you. And I think I caught everybody. So we talked about it a few moments ago. We are going to make some gnomes. Which one are you doing, Martha?
Well, I am going to, since I've got the boy done, I'm going to go ahead and do the girl. Can I tell you about the pattern real quick and tell you about the stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
So on the gnomes, when you get the little package, I've already opened mine, so it's starting to become a mess. You've got your pattern. You've got two sides to it. You have the side if you're using just the regular piecing, and are you going to use the Quilt Smart Grid, or are you just going to piece yours together, Sean?
No, actually, I do have this Quilt Smart Grid, and I've never used it before. But what I figure I might do is leave it for when Lorenzo does his, and let him play with it. Yes, I'll let him play with it because I'm a little bit worried about it because it's going to be kind of really weird for me because I've never used it before. But I figured since he doesn't know any better, I'm going to let him play with it.
You both will love it. So on one side, it tells you how to do your traditional piecing. And then on the other side, it tells you how to put it together if you're going to use the Quilt Smart Grid. So what I find that I do, it's easy for me, is I just take my Quilt Smart Grid. I have one of those quilters cut and press little ironing pads or pressing pads, and I'll lay out my Quilt Smart Grid paper.
Which is right here. I've got some here, Martha.
Oh, okay. What's it say? Single panel? Oh, they sent that. Okay.
Yeah.
And
there it is unfolded.
Piece looks like. So it's the size of it is, for this, it's 2.5 inches is the squares, and it's 14 inches by 26 inches. So you do cut off some of it. And I've been bad. I've been saving every piece of mine. I don't want to get rid of it because I'm hoping that I can use it again and just kind of make a Frankenstein of Quilt Smart Grid interfacing. And then so on the glue side, which is the bumpy side, that's where you just line up your little squares in those little squares right there and press it down. So I'll just lay it out, and I'll lay out all my squares first and go ahead and press them down, because I have a I don't know what you call it, one of these things here to keep your iron from getting all dirty.
Oh yeah, like a heat proof metal. I don't know. I'm terrible with names. So
Yeah, it's early. Coffee still hasn't kicked in yet. But anyway, this is a godsend for that. And then I'll piece my half square triangles together.
nice.
A lot of fun. Do
Yeah.
you want to see some of the other gnomes?
Sorry.
He said you want to see some of the other ones?
Yeah, absolutely. And then
to-
we'll go ahead and get sewing, because otherwise it'll be 9:30 and time to run away. We might not have done anything. Wouldn't be the first time.
You want a little gnome trunk show?
Why not? Yeah, because I mean, not everybody's had a chance to see them. I mean, you and I know them very well because we've made them and loved them and that sort of thing there. But it's not always the case for everybody. So
Yeah.
that would be great. Teflon sheet is what Pat's saying it's called. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
I think I got it from the Gypsy Quilter, I think is where that one came from.
Yeah, I think Amanda has something like that she uses for baking cookies.
Yes.
So that makes the Teflon cookie thing good. And the nice thing about this too is they always send you extras. Like, if you need 12 of these squares, they give you like 14 or something like that. So that way, if you happen to mess one up, like you get not yarn buff, thread buff on the back or something like that, and it tears the fabric, in that sort of thing there, you don't really have to worry about it. You can just, discard it, keep moving, because you're not going to run out. You might think you're going to at some point, but you're not.
No. And that's what's so nice is you got all that extra. I'm just showing while you're working on yours, Sean. Just showing everybody. I'm trying to keep them in order by month.
That's nice. Yeah, I need to do a few more. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing the Easter one, like the April one that you just showed.
Oh, the Easter
Valentine's
was so much fun.
Valentine's Day one, the February one, I think is really neat. The July one, we got to do that with Lorenzo. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I just like that this seasonal. Oh, that's the July one, I think, right? The watermelon.
Yes.
Oh,
no, June. July was patriotic.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
All right. So Nikki B says this is right up my alley. I love gnomes. I will put the link if you wish to get some of these. Hang on, let me put it in. It's exclamation point pattern. Gina's asking Martha, are the gnomes just showing the same size as the one behind you on the board?
Yes.
They're all the same size, correct?
Yes, they're all the same size. Yes.
Yeah, which makes it nice
They
and easy.
make a nice, sizing. Because when you're done, they are, let me cheat and look at my pattern. The finished unit will be 12.5 by 22.5. So that's a pretty decent size.
Yeah. I mean, they'd make a beautiful wall hanging if you just want to do one. And you can change it out seasonally, like maybe on a door or a wall or something like that. So I plan on, backing mine and putting some sort of hanging thing on the back, so that way I can put it on our front door, is kind of what I was thinking of doing with mine.
Have you done that yet? Have you put have you made the little loop to put on the back of a quilt or a wall hanging? Have you made something like that yet yourself?
I have, because the ones I put in the shows, like the ones sitting up here, that's got a sleeve on the back. So it's not super difficult. It's easier if you hand stitch it, though I don't hand stitch. So I did figure out how to do it by machine, and I really do need to do a tutorial on that one day, because there's not really one out there, and I had to kind of figure it out for myself. Sorry?
I was wondering if there was a tutorial out there for it.
I kind of found one, but it wasn't, I don't know. I didn't find it. I mean, I found it helpful enough to kind of give me the idea of what I needed to do. But yeah, if you look up as like any sort of tutorial, that sort of thing there for a hanging sleeve, 99% of them are going to show you hand stitching, which if you can hand stitch successfully, I think it's probably easier to hand stitch it, but if you are like me where you're not very good at hand stitching at all, there is a way to machine stitch it if you are careful. I have to use the banana because this one doesn't have the right. Well, actually, it does have the right stitch. But basically, like you stitch, 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 and then you kind of go down and up again. It's like I call it like the heartbeat stitch. Well, that's not really called that. And it kind of catches the back of the quilt. I'd have to show you. I have to show you on a tutorial or on a live stream one day how I do it. But I've been able to do it successfully. I've done it 3 times on all 3 show quilts, and they've hung successfully for days, weeks, and months without falling off. So obviously, I did it correctly. The top side of the hanging sleeve, you just stitch into the binding. So it's just the bottom part that you have to mess with.
Okay.
So there we go. All right. So what am I doing here without getting distracted? Okay, O and L.
Today is Saturday, December the 30th, and we're working on our cotton cut gnomes.
Okay. For some reason, I don't have my color guide. So I'm kind of having to make it up as I go along.
Oh shoot.
That's okay. There's only 3 colors, so I can figure it out pretty
I can find
quickly.
mine real quick. Do you need mine?
No, don't worry. I've got it figured out. As I said, there's 3 colors here. There's a light, a dark, and a medium. So I can make it up. It's not a huge concern. It probably came with the boy gnome, and I don't know where I put that. So
Well, I can. You want me to put up which one are you working on? The March?
but honestly, there's 3 colors. I've got it. It's not a concern. If it was 5 or 6, I'd probably need help, but it just took me a minute to. All right, my friend, I think it's Leanna. Am I getting the name right? From Pastry Queen's Farm Adventures.
She's such a sweetheart.
Yes, she is. I love watching her channel. I don't know that I have her channel link, but I can go find it real quick. And she'll be joining me, I think it's late next month. So let's just grab her link real quick. Because if you haven't checked out her channel, you definitely need to go do so.
I put the March gnome up there for you.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
For visual representation.
All right. So, Pastry Queen Farm Adventures. There we go. We'll just slap it in real quick. Okay, so people would like to see the tutorial. So I'll have to make that at some point. Yeah, tutorials take a lot. I don't know if you've done any, Martha, but tutorials take a lot longer than you think they will. Like,
they do take a while.
Yeah, because you got to try to figure.
They're a labor of love.
Yeah, I love doing them, but it's something you have to really sit down and think about and try and explain a way that you can express it to somebody else, and you don't have the advantage of the person being able to sit there and answer, ask questions while you're doing it. Like
right.
You've got to kind of anticipate what's going to come up and get the camera angles right, and it's all that stuff. I mean, it just takes time, and with working full time and having 2 boys and all that stuff, my time just, I don't know. I struggled to get in the sewing room this week. Like I really panicked yesterday, and I was like, "Am I going to have anything to show next week for my podcast?"
Well, this is my first time getting in the sewing room since I made the gnome right before Christmas. I haven't gotten back in here again.
Yeah,
and I don't have boys at home.
Yeah. We just get busy, but we make the best of it. So
yes, we do.
I'm not. Please don't think I'm complaining. It's just
Oh no! I know you're not.
Yeah, we'll take the boys out for a bit of fun later on after the live, so we'll get to see all that tomorrow. Okay, everyone's saying when you get it. So it looks like I need to do that, and then I'm also going to do a tutorial on how I do applique, because that's something else that's been heavily requested, and I actually have a plan to do that next month. So that one actually has a timeline, but we will see. Oh, good morning, my friend Mary Jo from Sojo Quilty Stitchy Things. I have not seen her in a while. And she actually, yeah, she says here that she has all the gnomes and accent blocks done, quilted and into finished quilts except for December. If you haven't checked
She's
out her,
done amazing.
oh, she has. You need to go check out her channel as well because she did an excellent job showcasing all of those. So, um, do I have her channel link? If not, I'll go grab it real quick. But yeah, she does a great
I
job.
can get it real quick. Hold on.
Okay,
Well, is
excellent.
there
Thank
anybody
you.
else's channel that we need real quick?
I think everybody else here I've done already or has links. I just don't know that I have Mary Jo's, but I will add her and Liana. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. In after the live is done this morning. Okay, Gina says she did not realize I have two boys. Um, Let me explain that real quick for anyone else that hasn't seen them before. We have two, Amanda and I, my wife, and I do not have our own children, but we have been hosting exchange students from Europe for the last, what, 4 years? I think so. Yeah, or five. I don't know. Anyway, we had a girl from Poland in the 2019-2020 school year. We skipped the next year because our local high school was doing virtual and they weren't allowed to come if it was virtual. The 21-22 school year was a lady from the Ukraine. Last year was a lady from Macedonia. And then this year we have two boys, one from the Czech Republic and the other one is from Italy. So yes, we have the two boys. We love having them here with us. And it's just this is a lot of fun having them with us and, being able to show them a little bit more about how life is here in America. So, all right. Good morning, Jamie from the Quilting Compound. It is good to see you here with us this morning. And let's see. All right.
Do you
Okay,
have
and you got,
do you have Jamie's channel set?
I did already put that in. Yep, she's
Oh,
set.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't have Mary Jo. It should have been in there. Yeah, anyway, we'll get it sorted out.
Yeah.
See, when you come visit me, you never know if I'm going to be coherent or not. Usually no, but that's okay. If you're looking for perfection, you're definitely not in the right place. So,
Same here.
all right, Sally says that her parents hosted students as well. It's a great experience. Oh, absolutely. I highly recommend it for anyone that's interested. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them for you. Yeah, we just thought it'd be a fun way to, you know, my thing is like, I grew up in another country and I was fortunate enough to be able to have the experience to move and, experience a whole new culture. And, I just want to be able to help someone else achieve that same dreams as well. So there we go. So Martha, let me know. I looked it up. I don't think you and I have sewn together on a live since like July.
It's been a hot minute.
Been been way too long. Like we need
It
to do
has
this
been
more.
way
We need
too
to do
long.
this more often.
We do. And sometimes the times when we had planned to do it, my daughter was coming up to Alabama from Florida to come visit. And if y'all know me, I put my family first. So I'll be
Oh,
like,
for sure.
Sean, baby girl's coming up. So she's, she graduated college in August of this year. So super proud of her. She's working a full-time job because she's going to start working on her master's program. So she wanted to have some time to, um, save up the money for her master's.
That's a great idea. I think that's great. That's what she's doing, and not going into a ton of debt for school and that sort of thing. Next, it takes a long time to pay that puppy off. So
It,
yeah, I think
it's
it's great that
easy to
she's
get
doing
into,
that.
yeah, it's easy to get into debt. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, when I did some college, and when I did it, I just made sure that I was able to, I just did part time, and I was able to pay it cash up front, which was nice. I didn't have to worry about it. So
Dawn,
okay,
good question, Sean. And she said
did
she's
I?
not sure if it was answered earlier.
Oh, that's fine. And people filter in. Like, never be afraid to ask a question that may or may not have been answered before, because not
Right.
everybody is here at 8 o'clock on the dot. We get on early. and people filter in, some roll in at 8:15, 8:30, like never apologize for being late. We're just happy that you're here. But yeah, if you have a question, ask it. If I answer it 4 times, that's okay. I mean, that's part of the live is, you really need to be okay answering a question 4 or 5 times. And that's, I don't care. But anyway, the answer to the question is yes, we are doing the boutiques. These come in the boutique option or the solids. Is it solids?
It's Bella solids or
Bell-
yeah, or
okay.
Hoffman boutiques.
Okay. All right. Excellent.
And I'm doing the boutiques because that's what Cotton Cuts gave me. So Andrea over on Arkansas Gals, she was asked to do the cotton. So that's why she's doing the cotton. So if you go there and see hers, she's doing the cotton.
Yeah, and which one is Mary Jo doing?
I was just thinking that, and I'm not sure. Mary Jo,
Okay.
which ones have you have?
Yeah, we'll ask her. So that'll be good.
I like the boutiques. There's not a wrong side or a right side to the boutique, so I can put it down however that I want. I like the boutiques myself because to me it gives my gnome dimension. It's not just a flat piece of fabric, which the cottons are perfect. I love them too, but if I had a choice, I would prefer the boutiques over the cottons.
Yeah, I like the texture too. I mean, the solids is the same thing, and that's why I love working with solids because you don't have to worry about a right side, wrong side of those either. But yeah, I mean, it's all personal preference. I mean, you do what works best for you. But I do like the boutiques just for that reason as well, because it gives you just a little bit of dimension, a little bit of texture. So,
like, look at this piece of, I'm going to hold it up to the camera. Look at this piece of green.
oh, I have some of that. That was the same.
Look at that.
I think it's the same green that I had in the my very first puzzle mystery quilt. The So Sweet.
Yes, I remember that one. And like, here's the red.
So Mary Jo's doing the boutiques as well.
Okay.
Oh, that's an idea.
That's a really good idea, Gina.
Yes, she says she wishes they offered him in grunge. We need to have a whisper in Kim's ear and say, hey, why in 2024 release some as a in a grunge? That's an excellent idea. I love that. I mean, I have no influence over that. But yeah, I'm all on board with that idea.
But we know how to get a hold of the people who who own the company.
Yeah, I mean, I do have that contact. It doesn't mean that she's going to be able, she may not be able to do it, but
or it might be something she might think on, and she wanted
for a future project, yeah. But yeah, the grunge would be an excellent, excellent idea. So there we go. All right, Denise says I'm not really a gnome person, but looking forward to the Tree of Life puzzle mystery. Well, me too. I'm really looking forward to that. Which one did you end up picking, Martha, for the Tree of Life? We'll just describe what it is. I mean, that's fine too.
Yeah, because it's this one, the one that we're working on right now. That one is going to be for my mom. I know she's not going to see this video, so I can, because it's going to be on your channel.
Right.
This quilt for her because it's all blues. My mom loves blues. And then the next one for the Tree of Life, I can't remember the name of it, but it's the one that's to me, it looks like muted patriotic colors. My dad was in the Navy also, like my husband. So I thought, well, I'll make my mom and my dad both a quilt. So my dad's will be the new one for the Tree of Life, and whichever colorway it is that looks like red, white, and blue, but it's more toned down and muted.
Yeah, I can't remember. I put the link into the chat for my my affiliate link, so that way if you're interested in the Tree of Life puzzle mystery quilt, which they're still selling, and there's still quite I think they sold out of like 3 or 4 of them, but there's still like 12 wonderful options. And then also you can also get the gnomes there, and they've got some sales going on right now as well. Each day between like up until tomorrow, they've got different things on sale as well. Let's see, which one did you pick? The Jubilee, it looks like.
Is that the name of it?
Yeah, the red, white, and blue. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be it. Yep.
And then I am doing Purple Mist.
Which one?
Purple Mist, which is the all the purple and blue boutiques. I've done boutiques every time. for the puzzle mystery quilt, and I figured why change things up. So there we go. All right, True Blue Quilts is with us. Good morning. First time catching you. I am up early in Arizona. I prefer batiks over solids too. And she has a wonderful channel as well. I haven't had a chance to take a good look at it yet, but and I can't even remember what the lovely lady's name is. But I'll throw her link in the chat real quick. Jubilee. Okay, yep. Charlotte said Jubilee as well, so that's great. All right, so I just put True Blue Quilts link in the chat as well. Gina's asking you, Martha, I like the star behind you. Is that a batik as well?
No, it's from my Quiltmas, and
You already answered in the chat. I see now.
oh, that's okay. I'm trying to think where I put my I'll hold it up that way you can see. I put it
That's a
in the
pretty.
video. I think I did the name of the fabric. I think I
Oh,
did.
that's pretty.
If not,
Is it?
I'll have to put it in the chat later.
Okay, awesome.
But yeah, that was the most beautiful, ugly Christmas fabric I could find.
Oh, so that's the one you
ugly.
use for the one you use for quiltness?
Yes, I couldn't go ugly. I had to go pretty. I thought the blue, it just called to me. It said, buy me, use me for 2023.
That's why I
And I
don't.
did.
Why I don't go to the fabric store often, because everything says, buy me, buy me. Oh, well, look at this. We have
Why
our
is
friend
that?
Laura
Why
Lynn is
say
in the
buy me,
house.
buy me? Hey, mom and pop.
Yep, there we go. So
We got
okay.
everybody here today.
I know all the cool kids are here. Okay, Andy, that's right. I'm terrible with names. Like I really do have trouble remembering my own names sometimes. So, but yeah, Andy has a wonderful channel, True Blue Quilts. Um, I love that name because True Blue in Australia means something that is authentic. So I really didn't know where Andy was located. I was like, is she like a Aussie expat or is she in Australia? And I just don't realize that she's over there, that sort of thing. Now, what am I doing here? Oh, doing stuff right. Good. Okay. So it is really good to she's been commenting on my videos for a while, so it's really neat to interact with her a little bit. And yeah, it's just really neat that she's able to join us this morning as well. Donnell says she loved your Quiltmas quilt. Yeah, that was a lot of fun that you got to participate in that, the 12 days of Quiltmas. And did you get
Really?
your quilt shipped off to the lucky winner?
I did. And the Quiltmas quilt, we started it like in April of this year. And there were times that I was frantically, desperately getting in the sewing room and getting the sewing done for the Quiltmas quilt because it was a deadline. There were certain things you had to have done by a certain time so that during the Quiltmas season, the holiday season, you could just relax and just watch all the videos. You weren't stressed out trying to get your quilt done. And I mean, I spent hours, and it was definitely a labor of love. But that Quiltmas quilt was so much fun to put together. And there were so many times I couldn't tell y'all what I was working on. I was like, it's a secret project. I can't say anything about what I was doing. And there were times I thought everybody's probably thinking I'm not doing anything in my sewing room. Why isn't she posting any videos? It was because I was working on my Quiltmas quilt. But once I had the video I did it, I wound up going live, and I just wrote down all the numbers that was on my sheet of all my names. And it was like almost 600 numbers that I had to, like 1 through 600.
Oh, wow.
And I just sat there and put them all on a piece of paper. And I felt better about doing that because I knew that I had every single number written down.
Yeah.
Can sometimes be a little bit of a perfectionist, and I just wasn't sure about apps out there where I can do like a spin. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to do it the old fashioned way, the traditional way. People have done it before. It won't hurt anything. So I did that. And when I reached out to Debbie, who won the quilt, I mean, I cried
Yep.
because she was just truly so happy to win something. And she goes, Martha, I've never won anything in my entire life. And so it was rewarding for everybody who I think got to watch the quiltmas, and then it was rewarding for all of us who got to make the quilts and for the winners. But that was something that I had never personally experienced before. And yeah, it was life-changing for me. So
Yeah, that was fun to watch. And it was fun last year when Tracy and the rest of the crew did it. And then I think Donna from Handmade by Ying um headlined it all, correct? She kind
he
of
did.
took,
Mhm.
yeah, she organized it all and everything else. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun to watch. A lot of yeah, with any of that sort of events, it's a lot of work. Like the quilt trunk show that I produced last week, people have asked, how many hours, and I'm like, I have, yeah, and honestly, I mean, next year I need to really sit down and count because it'd be fascinating to know how many hours it took, but let's just say a lot.
Yeah.
But well worth it. And same sort of story as you. Like I finished editing the video like Saturday night before. Well, 2 weeks ago, I finished it 2 weeks ago, and last week I was actually able to relax a little bit and not worry about it because it was up, it was posted, and just had to wait for everybody to, to be able to watch it. And Laura Lynn was part of that as well, Mom and Pop Shop. So that was a lot of fun here. And I love this this channel name that just popped in, the Quilted Chicken Farm. Good morning to everybody. I think I've seen that chat. Is that a channel? I don't know.
I
We'll go
think so.
find it.
Oh, hold on, I'll go look.
I
You
am
chit
too.
while I go look.
Yeah, I always love interesting names like that. Okay. Oh, it's my friend Rita. Okay, I know who this is now.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Rita
right.
from,
That's her newer channel.
yes, it's her newer channel from Rita's Roost. So
Yes.
we'll throw her channel in real quick. And then my friend
I got
Courtney just,
I'll get it for you. I got it.
I already put it in, but that's okay. Do
Oh,
it twice. Makes no difference.
I was trying to help you so that you were
All right. So
okay.
Courtney from Pieces Love and Quilting is here with us as well. It's always good to see my friend Courtney. Her and I have been buddies for quite a while. I'm going to throw her link in as well. Um, okay, what am I doing? Okay, so row one is done. So I told you, if you want perfection, I'm sorry you have found the wrong place, but I hope you find what you're looking for. If you don't mind a little bit of crazy, welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. So this is row one. Hey, we keep it real here, like I am not going to pretend that I am perfect
Me
because,
neither.
well, I'm going to do a miserable job at it. If I pretend I'm perfect, you're going to pick me out in a hot minute going, okay, Sean, stop trying to kid us. It's not real. So, all right. So everyone loves the name Quilted Chicken Farm. I do too. I really need to, I'd love to have Rita come and join me here one day. So Rita, if you're interested, definitely send me a message. I would love to have you on at some points. But there's your open invitation.
Rita's
Um,
a sweetheart, y'all. If y'all haven't
oh,
checked out
she
her
is.
channel,
Yeah.
she is a sweetheart.
I don't get to watch the channel as often as I want because there's just not enough hours in the day.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to catch up on everyone's Vlogmas. I finished watching the 12 Days of Quiltmas like 3 days ago, so I obviously didn't enter the competition, but yeah, I figured with that many entries, I'd run. And do I really need another quilt in this house? Probably not. I wanted them to go to somebody that would really, really need them. So that would be good. Okay, so Pat is asking, when you get a chance, could you give us a look at your workspace as possible? That would be a really good video for you to do someday, Martha, just because you do have a shared space.
Okay.
And that would be something fun for you to. I did mine after I cleaned my space up.
Yeah.
That's a good
Let me
time.
clean
That's
my let me clean it up first. So my husband and I, when we moved to Alabama from Florida, and people are like, why did you move from Florida to Alabama? Well, Florida is expensive to live in. It's my home state. It'll always be my home state. That's where my family is. My mom and dad, my brother and sister, all of my family lives in Florida, but they're not very far away from me, which is wonderful. So it's just nice to get in the car and go. And my daughter's still down there because that's where her job is. That's where she graduated high school and college. And so we wanted more space. We wanted to be able to, find a little bit more acreage without, being house poor is what, we call it. And so we found something up here in Alabama, so we're still far, you know, close enough to family where it's, just a couple hours to get in the car and go. And so right now it's the second bedroom is my sewing space and my daughter's bedroom when she's here to visit. Eventually she'll get older and move out on her own and have her own space, and I'll figure out what to do at that point. But so half of the room is hers and half of the room is mine. But when she's here, I move all my sewing stuff over so that she has room and I don't get in the sewing room while she's here to visit. So
Yeah, and there's more than one person that does that. Yeah, because I think Danny from So Not an Expert also is the same way. When she has two twin girls, and when they come, she has to move all her sewing stuff. This is technically my dining room, but I just took it. I was like, too bad if you want to eat dinner at that dining room ever again. That's my sewing space. But it's a little more difficult for bedrooms, so
yeah. Sean said that he's perfect. He makes a mistake every single time.
Me too. I mean, my thing is I don't think there's a perfect quilt out there. I don't care if it's a best in show at QuiltCon or the National Quilt Convention of America or whatever you want to call it. I'm not making stuff up. There's going to be an error in every quilt somewhere. Doesn't matter. Right. Just do you make less errors than the next person? That's who's going to get that blue ribbon or that pretty purple one. So, all right.
Pat, here's what I have so far with the Quilt Smart Grid interfacing, so you can see what it looks like so far. It reminds me of Tetris.
It does. Or actually, right now it looks like a Space Invaders game to me, but
so that's
maybe I'm wrong.
Piece all my squares down first, and I'm filming from my iPhone. It's on my Ring, and then I have my iPad over here where I can see the chat. I don't have a fancy setup. I don't even have a laptop one day. So I don't have the camera angles yet to be able to, to show you consistently what I'm working on. So
yeah, maybe you'll figure it. Yeah, you do your channel your own way in the best way you can. I mean, I've kept my setup fairly simple. At least I feel I do. I have like the main screen you see me talking on is my laptop, and it's just on a $15 stand, nothing fancy. And then the one with the sewing machine is just my cell phone. It's on a little tripod thing, so it's doable that way as well. So I mean, yeah, there's definitely great setups out there. Like I know Becca, her setup is fantastic. Like if you ever get a chance to see that, it is fantastic. But I just don't want to mess with all that stuff. I'm quite happy with how I've done mine. So there you go. I do have a video on my sewing space if anyone has not seen it and is interested. You can go check that out. And I am really trying to make sure I don't have to pull out my very, very bestest friend. Let's see.
Oh, I wonder who your best friend is.
We won't talk about him. We don't talk about him because if we talk about him, he makes an appearance.
We all know who your best friend is.
Yes, I actually got a new T-shirt that's very similar to one I got last year. It says if the well, we're gonna say it. If the seam ripper is out now, now is not a good time. So and the boys know that. They see the seam ripper. I taught them two things about the sewing area. A, don't touch my fabric scissors or you will die. And B, if the seam ripper is out now, it's not a good time to start asking questions. Just let me take care of my business, and then you can ask whatever you want.
If the seam ripper is out, walk away slowly, back away.
Yeah. And the boys like, it's like they said, okay, which one's the fabric scissors? And like this one here, they're not for you. And then Simon came in one day, like a couple of days later, he's like, can I use these ones? I'm like, yeah, go to town. Like these are not the orange fabric scissors. Pick them up, use them, put them back when you're done. I do not care, but do not use these. So the boys learned really quickly. I teach all the kids when they come in, don't. Donna, isn't that the best friend that has magic beans and grows a beanstalk? Yes, that's the same one. And I'd forgotten about this until the other day, but that's actually my grandfather's first name as well.
It's what?
The name we will not say, Voldemort.
Oh, oh, duh. I thought we were playing that game where I try to get you to say the magic word.
Yeah, no, we're not. My I carpool a lot to work because it's like 45 minutes one way, with one of my colleagues, and she loves for me to say a certain word, and she'll try and trick me into saying it, and I'm onto her tricks. Like I won't do it. So
Like, I'm on to you.
hmm yeah. So anyway, all right, what am I doing? Okay, let's see. Okay, I only had my phone stand. I don't edit because I'm not sure how to. I just talk to you as if you're in my sewing room with me, like friends chatting with each other. That's Rita from Pastry. Oh, no, hang on,
Oh,
that's Leanna. Yeah, I mean, and that's great. I mean, some people like to edit, some don't. I always say, do your channel your way. Um, People come to see you. I mean, the content's great. You know, your content is always important, but really, at the end of the day, people come to see you. I've told Becca in the past, I said, you could sit there on a Friday night and do your taxes, um, or do your nails or whatever it is, and people would still come by the hundreds to see you. Like they want to
exactly.
come and, I'm not saying like make crappy content because it's not going to get you very far. But if you don't want to edit, don't edit. There's a lot of successful channels out there that have never done a long form content video, and all they do is lives. Lives are unedited. Like, you just come on, you make mistakes, you just keep it real, and people really do come enjoy it. Same thing with Laura Lynn. Like, people come and see her every week. It doesn't matter what she does. Like, people love her, including myself. So, it doesn't have to be perfect. If you want to edit, go for it. It's a lot of fun. But um, okay, Jan says my family don't ever touch or use my scissors. They are left-handed ones, and they always say they're blunt. Oh, see, I don't have. I should get some left-handed scissors, but I don't have any. But that's
Are
okay.
you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm left-handed when I cut, write, eat, something else. Oh, and, yeah, right, eat, yeah, and cut. But I play sports right-handed.
Oh, neat.
So yeah, I'm kind of like a weirdo in that respect because like I thought I was left-handed with sports too, and I went out and bought like a left-handed baseball mitt and that sort of thing there, and then I was like, oh, whoops, I got the wrong one. So
Oh no.
that's all right. I think we were able to exchange it for a right-handed one. So
Well, that's good.
right, so yeah, and that's so true there, Miss Rita. She says, I'm sure my content is crappy to someone. You can't please everyone, but I will say everyone has been so nice and support. Yeah, I don't care who you are. I mean, you're not going to please everybody. I say you put out the best content you can, and if people like it, that is great. And if they don't, I just hope that they find what they're looking for. So, I mean, I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's perfectly okay. I mean, the people that come and enjoy it, that's all that matters. If you don't like it, I just hope you find what you're looking for. So that is me in a nutshell. I yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so let's see.
I
We're
just
almost
hope
done
to
with
be
furniture.
able, I just hope to be able to share a little bit of laughter, and just something to forget about maybe the bad day you had.
Yeah, I like the ability to just share my love of quilting with someone, with people that understand. Because like your family loves you and they love seeing what you make, but they don't I don't think they really would appreciate, I don't know if this is the right words, I'm not wording well, as well as someone that has the same interest, if that makes sense. I did Sally
Yeah.
leave us? Oh, Sally
Like,
says just to run my grandson is in. Yep, always grandkids is always most important. So thank you for hanging out with us for a while. Hopefully you can come back and see the replay later on. So
bye,
right.
Sally. Well, no one at work, like, you know, none of them quilt, so they have no idea. It's they're probably hearing Charlie Brown, wah 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 wah. So I don't talk to them about it. I have my best sister-in-law, Stephanie. Her and I can talk about quilting for hours on end. I
That's
do have
nice.
my other sister-in-law, Pegs. gotten to know her a little bit more. She's a sweetheart, so she likes to be creative, but she likes to do a lot of creativity with food.
Mm.
So, but she'll listen to me rant on about quilting.
Yeah, I think in our office we have like 45 people, and there's only one other lady at quilts that I'm aware of.
Oh wow.
Oh, and she does a fantastic job. She's doing a series of 10 t-shirt quilts, which I'm just amazed by. She lost her husband very unexpectedly last year, and she's making a bunch of t-shirt quilts for her family and that sort of thing there. And she's always excited. Like every time she finishes one, she brings it over to show me. And I love it. Like I love seeing she is so creative with her t-shirt quilts. Like she puts mine to shame, like really. But I just love seeing her creativity. Yeah, we all have our own talents. So like, I'm definitely not jealous or anything else like that. I'm glad that she's able to do that and she can use her creative outlet in that way. So
I love to see everybody's creative outlets, and that's one of the things with having a channel. I can show you all my stuff all day, but I can't see yours. So
yeah.
that's why I hope that if you want to be on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, go over there and join my Facebook group, so at least you can share what you're working on.
Oh, for sure. And that's why I have the Discord for the same reason. Because yeah, like you get to see what I do every week. But yeah, I love seeing, that's one of the reasons I like going to quilt shows because I like seeing what others have done to give me ideas. Well, not that I need more ideas because I have enough stuff ready for the next 15 years, I think sometimes. So, all right, Martha. Okay, Gina says that your sister-in-law gave you the best advent ever. I totally agree with that.
She did.
And
She really did.
Mary Jo says people at her work don't understand quilting passion. They are shocked when they find us places of supplies. Yes, we've talked about that in the past where people think that you can make a quilt for them for $20 or something like that. And like, no, go to Walmart. Yeah, I think in my family, the only other one at quilts is my sister, and she doesn't get to do it very often. One of these days, I need to get her on a live, but we'll have to wait till like March or April when it's not midnight where she is.
Now this is your sister that has your nephew, right? Your little
Yes.
nephew that loves
Yeah,
to
I only
watch
have the one.
on the big TV.
Yes. Yeah, I only have the one sister. I had a brother, but he passed away. Geez, it was almost 6 years ago now. So yeah, I just have the one.
Okay,
Yeah. It makes it easy to keep track of
that's true.
when you don't have 7 sisters and 5 brothers and 72 cousins and all that mess. All right. Jamie says she thinks she drives her family crazy with all my quilts and quilty talk. That's why I have a channel. Yeah, so that way I can spare my family. Janice says she enjoys making videos and sharing the things that bring her joy. I'm grateful that anyone wants to watch. I also love connecting with other quilt. I am definitely the same way, Dad. Like I really never thought, like right now, I think I'm at like 20, almost 2,600 subscribers, which just blows me out of the water. Like I was like you when you said at the beginning, like if I got 50, I would have been happy. So thank you to everybody that tunes in, whether you watch the lives, whether you watch the podcast, or whatever. Thank you so much. Like I never expected this sort of reaction. So all right, so row 2. And if you told me 2 years ago I'd be live every Saturday morning, I would have told you that you're absolutely insane and you need to get yourself a nice room somewhere.
That looks really good.
Yeah. And they're coming together so well. So all right, so that's row 2. I had this crazy idea that oh wow, you're making a lot of progress. You're putting me to shame.
It's because I'm using the Quilt Smart Grid interfacing.
Yeah, so maybe the Quilt Smart thing is a good idea.
It is. It's a time saver too. And
all right.
I found out over the holiday season that there's a lot more other companies out there that have stuff like this too.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. So that was a nice treat. I was like, oh, we can find it in other places too.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, Cappy says, morning, Sean and Martha. My son is the same, eats and writes left-handed, but throws a ball and kicks right-handed. I kick left-footed. I throw right-handed, but I kick left, which is weird. Yeah, so I'm just like all sorts of crazy. All right, Kathleen Champ is here with it. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I was thinking about you the other day because I haven't heard from you in a couple of days. So that is excellent. Okay. Okay, Rita has a new adventure box. She'll have to unbox it for Gina. That'll be a lot of fun. We'll have to go check that out. Let's see. My mom, okay, Andy says, my mom introduced me to quilting, so I always have someone to talk to. That's awesome. Yeah, let's ask that question real quick. Who inspired you, introduced you to quilting? Like, why did you start? Let me know in the chat, or if you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments how you got into quilting. Did you see it and go, hey, that looks fun? Did your mum or grandma or aunt, or could be an uncle or a father or a grandfather too, did someone show you as a young person or an old person, that sort of thing there? Let's talk about that real quick. Good morning, Laurie. It's good to see you as well. Okay, Laura Lynn says Pop made a breakfast. That's good. Oh, yeah, no one's here to make me breakfast. So I guess I'm on my own for that one. Everyone's asleep when I go live, so I guess I have to fend for myself, but that's okay.
No, I don't know of anybody in my family because Cotton Cuss asked that question the other day about who, if you anybody in your family quilts, and I don't know anybody in my family besides my bestest sister-in-law ever, Stephanie, that quilts. But like grandmothers and great-grandmothers, maybe my great-grandmothers did. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know one of my aunts, my auntie Nolene, she quilted because she made one of those, you call them either a puff quilt or a bubble quilt for my sister when she was born back in 1990.
Oh,
But I think that's the only one. Like, I don't think my grandmother's did. I got into it because I saw the quilts at the state fair back in 2013. And I thought, hey, this will be a lot of fun to try. And so apparently I jabberjawed about it enough that my wife bought me the sewing machine for that Christmas, and it's just been off ever since. So there we go. All right. Mary G is here. She says, I'm late this morning. Which months are your gnomes? My grandma and mom quilted. Okay, nice. You're working on December, correct?
yes.
Okay, and then I'm working on a March accent block. So I've done this much so far, which is going to look like a clover leaf, basically at the let's see, let's turn around the finished block. Let's look at this. There we go on the one side. That's what it's supposed to look like.
I like that.
All right. Okay. Okay, Lisa from Orca Quilter says, I want to replicate a quilt from my husband's grandmother. No, my family quilts, graduate of YouTube University. Me too. I got my diploma floating around somewhere. Yeah, who else is a YouTube graduate for quilting? I think it's wonderful. Yep. I think it's great that this resource is out here because I don't think I would have gone to a sewing center and gone to a class and that sort of thing there. I would have felt, I don't know, like awkward, especially being probably the only gentleman in there. I don't know that I would have done that. So, yeah, I'm glad YouTube is there and it gave us a chance to be able to do that. What am I doing?
Because I have my friend Melissa. She lives here locally with me, and she does a lot of quilting, so I get a lot of inspiration from her. I met her from the guild that's here in town, but I didn't have anybody to go to, so YouTube was everything that's how I learned. And I'm not really good. I love books, but books to learn, I don't do a good job with that.
I'm visual. I need someone to show.
Visual.
Yeah. Like when I read Patton, and this got me into trouble yesterday, and you'll learn more about this. Yeah, I need patterns with lots and lots of pictures. Like these sort of things work well for me.
Yes, me too.
And there was twice yesterday, and I just kind of fudged it when I was making this block, and you'll get to see this a little better tomorrow in my podcast. I used the wrong one because I wasn't reading the pattern well enough, and I thought it was this block, and I ended up using a different piece, and it's the wrong size, but it didn't matter that much, so I left it as it is. So Janice is a YouTube graduate as well. So yeah, it looks like we have quite a few people. I don't know. I think I'm the class. When do you graduate? After a year, 4 years? Like, what's the given time for a YouTube university grad? How long's that course?
Oh, maybe it's a course that's per person.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I'm wondering. Yeah, do you graduate after a year? Like, do you get your associates after 6 months, and then you get your what's the next one?
Well, after your associates would be your
Bachelor's, and then you get your master's and doctorate. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you have a double doctorate by now, and I just don't know.
Dr. Sean.
No, I'm not a doctor.
What are you a doctor in? Quilting. You're
No,
never
no.
late, Nellie. Welcome.
Yeah, no, you pop in whenever you want. It's a never-ending course. I think Danelle's right with that one. It's a never-ending course. Like I think absolutely I've said that a bunch of times. Like every quilt, every project to me is a learning experience. I never know what I'm going to learn sometimes, and it might take me 5 years to realize what I learned from that project. But yeah, I do think everything is a learning experience. Lifetime student, always learning is what Lisa says. I like the words in patterns. I guess I'm just different. We all learn differently. I'm definitely a pictures person when it comes to patterns. If you give me a pattern that's full of words, heaven help us. My friend Jack and I will become very, very good friends during that project. So
You just said the word Jack.
I know, and I did it deliberately. We've made it to 9:01, so I figured if we made it this far, we're going to be okay. So there we go. Rita says, I really became immersed in quilting while living in Williamsburg, Virginia, which is just up the road from me, while going through college so many years ago. Are you a William and Mary graduate? That would be interesting to know because yeah, that is just up the yeah. I'm about 45 minutes away from Williamsburg, beautiful part of the world. If you ever get to make it up there and take a look around Old Town Williamsburg, it's well worth doing at least once in your life if you get a chance. All right, Courtney says, I am back. It's about learning from different YouTubers. And even though I'm a content creator, but I still learn new things from all my friends. Absolutely. I totally agree. I'm always learning something from Martha or Donna or Courtney or somebody. Like, yeah, we all learn from each other. Like, nobody here has all the answers.
Right. And
At least that's how
inspiring.
I feel.
Yeah. And always inspiring each other too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I love seeing what everybody else is up to and all that good jazz. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to concentrate so I don't have to bring up my very, very bestest friend because now that we've spoken his name, um, that's dangerous. We shouldn't do that. But
So
I did it.
I just cut down my gnome and cut out all the extra pieces. So we have this little tiny piece here, which is maybe about a half an inch wide. Then we have the top piece. And then I have this side piece. There's one set of squares all the way down the
Oh,
length
nice.
Quilt Smart Grid. And then on the bottom, I've got two squares technically, but if you add the extra there, there's actually a third square there. So it's quite a bit left over. I'll do at some point, I'll do some Franken interfacing because I don't want to throw
Yeah.
it away.
And I'd love to see you too. I'd love to see you do a tutorial on that so you can show us like how it works.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
What, interfacing itself or the extra?
No, like how to use the Quilt Smart Grid.
Okay. I think I did a video earlier on in the year. I believe I did. I'll have to go back and look.
All right, Kathy Klein says, yes, the local quilt guild has a good quilt show in April. I haven't been to many meetings, too much religion and politics. Sad to hear. I do have an online guild that meets once a month. We meet like for about an hour. We just do a lot of show and tell. We are very laid back. We don't take anything seriously. We just have, yeah, we just like enjoying, being able to show each other fun quilts. So if you want to join us, our next meeting is on Sunday the 7th, which is not tomorrow, a week from tomorrow. Wow, that's soon. I'll have to start getting ready for that. Okay, yeah. Is Mom and Pop going live today? I'm assuming they will. They normally go live at 1 p.m. Let me just throw her link in. Yep, she says yes. So I'll put her
Yeah.
chat link in the chat, which I've just done. So Liana is a Culinary Institute of America graduate. Oh, that's neat. Now I know where I'm going for dinner. All right. If I've missed a comment or a question, please put it back in because I know I'm sure I missed stuff. Good morning, Daryl. Says good morning from Middletown, Maryland. I've been sewing from age 9, making my doll clothes. I started quilting as a young mother from a class in church a few decades later and still at it. That's awesome.
Wow.
Okay, so Rita did go to William. She lived by William and Mary for about a year. I loved living there. Sad when my internship was over and had to go back to college for the rest of the year. Yeah, that's just such a beautiful campus. Um, William Mary, because it's right next door to like a Colonial Williamsburg. I forget which episode it is, but actually I took some footage up there as part of my week in review. Back in was it September? I don't know. I'll have to look it up one day and figure out where it is.
Hey,
Okay.
take a quick break real quick.
Okay, no problem. I'll keep everyone entertained for a moment. All right, so let's see. What have I got done so far? Not a whole lot. I really thought I'd get everything done. I got a good chunk of this done, but I get distracted easily. But these come together pretty quickly when you're not distracted like I am. Okay, all right. Oh, Laura Lynn says she made a cool bag with the grid I had. It was neat and fun. That would be a nice idea for that smart grid. And I've seen other places sell it. I think you can buy it like on different quilt shops and stuff as well. But yeah, doing it for a bag is a really, really neat idea. I like that a lot. So where did this go? Oh, right here. Okay. I get distracted so easily if you can't already tell. And people are here to watch. It's fun. Okay, so yeah, if you haven't seen Mom and Pops, you can go check them out at 1 o'clock. They always have a wonderful live. Laura Lynn and Kent do a wonderful job doing that. Okay, let's see. Kathleen, Chloe. Chloe said she watched Crafty many years ago and took a sewing class. Not until I watched YouTube did I get more confidence. Crafty's a good option. They have a lot of good videos as well. I did that for a little while, but I don't know, I didn't find as much value in it the last little bit once I got a little more, I guess, intermediate or advanced as well. But yeah, it's definitely a good option as well because they do have, pretty professional looking videos. I think they're actually running a sale right now, but it's like a couple of bucks for the year. But just if you do that, just make sure that if you're not going to renew for the next year, to cancel it because like it's normally like 120 bucks and you don't need that on your credit card right after Christmas if you're not careful. So, there we go. All right, let's see. Yes, living yeah, living in Williamsburg was a trip every morning. Everyone looking as though we were on colonial days, and here I am wearing a chef's outfit. LOL. That's funny. I love that, Rita. It's a really pretty place. We usually take the exchange students up there with us, like take the exchange students up there to take a look around. We usually don't buy the pass to go in the buildings because it's kind of pricey, but you can walk around um the town basically because it's public streets. So I mean you can walk around there and you just have to pay to go into the buildings. So we just do we do it the cheap way. So okay, let's see. Did I do this right? Yes. Okay. OLLO. Okay.
LOL.
Yeah. Those two and got these two. All right. So what are your plans for 2024 quilting wise? Have you got like a great long list already, or are you just kind of winging it as you go along?
Well, my sister-in-law, we always pick kind of a theme for the year. And last year was Fabric Free 2023.
Okay.
And we started out great. Toward the end of the year, we kind of, you know, didn't do as great as we intended to in the beginning. However, a win is a win. So we learned to not always go out and buy what we thought we wanted right at the time. It taught us to go to our sewing room first and look in our stash. And that was really the purpose of it, was just to be able to look again in our stash and see if we can create something from our stash instead of going to the store. So
Excellent. I love that.
yeah, we did a great Fabric Free 2023. I'm very proud of us. But this year it's going to be UFOs No More 2024.
Oh, nice.
We're
I have
gonna
a
try.
similar. Mine's similar. Someone mentioned it here. I don't know if it was on a live or a video, but they said finish more in 2024, and like that's kind of what I've adopted as my motto. So, yeah, we have very, very similar goals. Okay, so um, what was I going to say? Someone said something. I wanted to comment on it. Oh, there we go. Yes, Barry Joe says here that I learned to sew in home ec in high school, but didn't want anything to do with sewing until I was adult. Guilty as charged. I had to do home ec in seventh and eighth grade. It was required by the New South Wales Department of Education, and I hated every minute of it. If
Oh,
my, I did. I absolutely hated it. I did not know how to thread the machine. I did not know how to put the bobbin in the machine. If I got to the machine and the bobbin was out of thread, I just sat
now
there like a
look at
log.
you. Look at you
I know,
now.
like if my home ec teacher could see me now, she'd probably fall out of a chair and have a heart attack, the poor woman.
He would
So,
be so proud of you.
well, I'm sure I was probably on the list there of least likely to succeed in sewing. Like it's nuts. So yeah.
Oh, she could see you now.
Yeah, so there you go. I don't know, maybe she'll pop in, maybe she'll pop on one day. Kay from the Purple Wall says she is doing the Art East sampler quilt along. That is a lot of fun. I keep going on that website and I keep wanting to hit buy, but then I'm like, do I really need another project? Do I really need another project? I don't know. Sorry?
Yes, you always need another project.
Well, you're not very helpful. You're not supposed to enable me. I don't need nails.
Oh, as I'm saying that we're going to be doing UFO 2024 no more.
I don't know. I'll keep pondering that one. It honestly looks like a lot of fun, and I was actually planning on maybe doing the 2023 one, but then I don't know, maybe I'll do the 2024, or maybe I'll be a good boy and do neither. We will see. All right, good morning. So with Debbie is here. She was with me last week as well on the Quilt Trump show, and I'll put her link in as well. If you haven't seen her, definitely go check her out as well. She's a fairly new YouTuber. She's just getting started. So I'd love it if you go over and support her as well and see what she has to offer. And yeah, she has a lot of fun stuff. So that would be really neat if you would do that. Just put the link. Okay, so everyone's encouraged me to do it. I guess I'll have to go over and buy it once we're done here. We'll have to see. Okay.
You're welcome.
I mean, I pretty much figured I was going to do it. So I mean, I don't know. I try to be responsible sometimes and it just doesn't work.
Well,
So
if we're
okay.
responsible most of the time, we're doing really good.
Yeah, I try. Okay. Ruth says she's going to focus on UFOs in 2024 as well. And a couple of people popped in and said good morning, and now I can't find it. Yeah, I missed stuff. I know I missed stuff, and I feel bad. Oh, Samantha Savage says good morning. That was one of them, and there was someone else that popped in and said good morning too, and I just don't see it. Oh, Lori Hoyt. I hope I said that right. Okay. Charlotte says she made a Roblox creeper quilt using that grid. That's an idea. Yeah, if you're doing like a pixel quilt or that sort of thing there, the interface that's a really neat idea.
Karen said,
Yes.
step away from the cart, Sean.
Step away from the cart. Well, right now I'm live. I haven't got time to go and play in the carts right now. Um, so there you go. Okay, so Sheila says, good morning, Sean and Martha. It sounds like you asked how we learned how to quilt. We did. I took a class at my then local quilt shop, Nancy's Calico Patch. why does it sound familiar? Oh, because she's up the road from me. Okay. Didn't they change names to the Sunshine Corner? Is that the one that's off? I can't remember the name. It's up there in Hampton or Newport News. I never know which city I'm up in because they change like every street corner to a different city. Um, yeah, nice quilt shop up there. I can't. Yeah, I think it's called the Sunshine Corner now, and it's up there off not Jefferson. It's geez, I'm bad of names today. Okay, Mary Jo says I always have a long list of quilt tops to make, plus a huge stack of quilt tops to quilt. Yeah, you and me both. So you're definitely in good company there. So let's see. Good morning, everyone from Kelly. I sure did. I finished all my tree quilts. I'll be unveiling them soon. Okay, so I think I caught up with just about everybody. Sean, can you point out the message from Martha, please? I highlighted your name just above slightly. Okay. Hang on a second. We get in there. Where?
So I see what comment she's talking about. So
Okay.
she said, congratulations on your upcoming collaboration with Cotton Cuts in 2024. I'm really excited to see what you're going to be up to. Seems to be a secret this far. It's still a secret for the most part right now. More will be coming as I get in touch with Cotton Cuts more. So
Oh,
I'm super
nice.
excited about that.
Okay. I hadn't heard about this, so I guess I'll just wait for the surprise to come out.
Well, it came out on the video, but I don't know if Cotton Cuts had a chance to post the video because they were having technical issues with StreamYard and with the video that I had done. And so I don't know if they had a chance to put it on the replay because of the issues. So I don't even know if they could, if they were able to save it. I'm not sure.
Okay, that's fine. We'll find out in all good time,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
More tea and good time. Good night,
Yep.
Janet.
Good night, Jan. It's good to see you. Happy New Year if I don't talk to you before. Yeah, because where she is, it's now 10:16 p.m. tonight. So she's a little ahead of us. In my state, it is oh dear goodness. 1:16 in the morning, so I don't think my sister's up watching. Okay, Pat Strawhouse has a two year long projects. Catherine Kerr's 365 and Stephanie Harris's temperature quilt. Yeah, a lot of people are going to do these Stephanie Harris, who's the Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter, temperature quilt that she's starting very, very soon. If she hasn't started it already. I haven't had a chance to look at it, but that sounds like a lot of fun, and a lot of people are very interested in that. And she's a lovely lady. So I mean, you should go check that out if you get a chance. And yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. I have some projects lined up. Some that I want to keep most of those like to myself for right now. You'll see them a little closer to when they come out. You'll see a fun thing from the first part of February. Yeah, just 2024 is gonna be a good year. I
Yes,
hope
it's going to
so.
be a great year.
All right. Kathleen says, haha, secrets are fun. They dropped a little hint yesterday. No, it wasn't revealed, just hinted at. Happy for your muff. Yeah, you've really piqued my interest now. But I'm gonna be a good boy and wait and like everybody else. So, all right. Here we go. And Mom and Pop are gonna have a lot of fun stuff. I'm sure Lisa and Donnell and everybody else are gonna have all sorts of good stuff. So we're gonna have lots of entertainment for you coming up very, very soon. Okay. All right. So see, and I think we may even have a few new channels popping up in 2024 as well. So, we'll see what's going on there. You ever feel like you want to do it? I say jump into it with both feet, have some
Go
fun of
for
it.
it. Go for it. Yep.
Because really, if I can do this, anybody really can. Because I mean, I'm like the shyest, most introverted person you'll probably ever come across. So if I can sit here and do this, you can. I promise you. It's not easy. Like it's gonna be a lot of work. But you can definitely do it. Gina says cotton cuts is an hour and a half for her house. I think for me it's like 15 hours. So as much as I'd love to go visit them, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.
Oh, if they were an hour and a half from my house, oh my gosh, I'd be popping in going, I'm here. Oh my goodness.
Kim would probably offer you a job and put you to work. Okay. Pat says that Amy Dement has a four-part quilt along in January. It's focused on process, scheduling, etc. That sounds like a lot of fun. Amy does wonderful content. You really do need to go check out her channel if you haven't done so already. I'll just throw her link in the chat as well. Donnell says she's setting mine up now. Might go live early. See if you haven't, yeah, if you want someone else to hang out with after this, go check out Donnell. I'll throw her link in the chat as well. So
You've had her on a couple of times now, haven't
I
you?
have, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Donnell's a lot of fun. You'll join.
Yeah.
Okay, so oh, okay. Hi, all. This is from Janice's husband. He says, "Hi, all. Please wish Denise a happy 22nd anniversary. This is her husband, Marlon, which has taken her phone and secretly typing while I watch your show beside her. Oh, that is so sweet. So happy anniversary, Janice and Marlon. It's really neat. 22
Happy
years.
anniversary.
Yeah, you're married just a few months longer than my wife and I will be celebrating our 22nd in just about 3 months, right? Yeah, January, February. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's really neat. So happy anniversary. I hope you all have a great day. Are you doing anything fun? Like you going to take her out to dinner or make her a nice meal? All right. So let's see. I did. Okay. Rita says, Donnell, how do you go live about 1,000 subscribers? YouTube won't let me. You should, I think I think they changed it to like 100 or something. There's a 24-hour waiting period for your first one, and then you should be good. But yeah, quite a few people are able to go live about 1,000. They changed that a couple of years ago. I'm not sure why you can't there, Rita. I don't know. I don't know. All right, and then apparently Gina is 2.5 hours from the Missouri Starkville company. So, yeah, I someone else said that they'll be in a lot of trouble if they live that close to those two. I think I would be too. So, good gravy. Gina says, Marlon, I think 22 years is a 22 carat diamond. Pretty sure.
I love that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to go like rob quite a few banks for that to happen. So that's funny. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. That's not happening for my wife, unfortunately. I just did not have the bankroll for that. Um, be nice, be very nice, but yeah, no, I can't afford a 22 carat diamond. I'd hate to imagine what one of those things would cost.
Well, and do you really want to wear something like that out in every day in the world?
Probably not, because you wouldn't have it for very long. Someone would claim it.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got this much done. You're starting to see the clover leaf, hopefully.
Oh, that looks great.
Yeah. So there we go. All right, so we've said a lot of, okay, Lisa's on her way out. Okay, let's see. All right. You cannot on a cell phone, or maybe that's what it, yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's see. You'd need bodyguards to leave the house. Yeah, probably, because like 22 carat, isn't that like the size of the diamond or whatever it was on the Titanic movie? The Heart of
I
the
don't,
Ocean?
I don't
Oh,
know.
I don't remember. Anyway, we're not here to talk about, I'm not a jewelry expert. I just know that 22 carat diamond would be far more than about 20 years of my salary, most likely. So, yeah, that's not happening for a 22nd anniversary, unfortunately. I'd love to, but yeah, not going to happen. Okay, let's see. Pat says, sadly, I don't have a local quilt shop, but I live far too close to the online quilt shops. That's true. Yeah, my local quilt shops, I got one 20 minutes down the street, and the other two are like 30 to 45 minutes away. And they're close enough that I can go to if I need to, but they're far enough away that I don't, yeah, I'm not tempted just to run down the street and grab more fabrics. So there we go. All right. Kathleen says she likes the way they put the colors together. Nice work. Thank you so much. Yeah, they do a wonderful job selecting the colors. I really, really I agree
They
with
do.
that. So
They do. And I just love the boutiques.
yeah, the boutiques are fun. So that's true. Sheila says that Diamond would buy a lot of fabric. See, I can just buy a lot of fabric and a lot of yarn for my wife. So there we go. I liked how that goes. So
Sheila, great minds think alike because I was sitting here thinking, all right, a 22 carat diamond. How much could that buy in fabric and quilting supplies?
I know I
And
could,
yeah,
I
I
could
was
pay
thinking
off the house and all that good stuff. Okay, let's see. Rita says, oh, hang on. No, it's Leanna. I'm getting them confused. The chicken and the farm. I'm so sorry. That's what she's saying. Okay. Don't mind me. See, we keep it real here. Um, yeah, Leanna's saying, Sean, make my Saturday mornings never a boring time. I'm so glad to hear that. Like, I sometimes wonder and fret, and I'll text Martha sometimes after the lives, like, was that okay? Like, did it go well? Because I really do worry that people think I'm boring,
no.
So I'm glad to hear that that's not the case. But with that, I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up because we always do a sudden goodbye, which takes like 20 minutes. Um,
What you and I do, or
oh, me and everybody. I mean, it's every week. So, we have to start wrapping. I found that, we need to start wrapping up 5, 10 minutes at least before we actually need to, because I've got some fun activities for the boys lined up today. They know what it is. I had to tell them what it was because usually they like to get up at 12, 1, 2. I think Lorenzo got up at like 2:45 one day this week. Um, yeah, so if we need them up earlier than like 2, we have to tell them, hey, get up so we can take you and do something fun. So you'll get to see what we get up to in tomorrow's podcast. So we won't give away any secrets right now because it's more fun to wait, right? Yep. Okay. So, all right. So, Karen, so we have a jewelry expert here in the house, which is always nice. And that's what I love about the audience. Like, someone always has the answer, even if they go Google it for me. It makes no difference to me. Depending on the cut and clarity, a carat runs $1,400 to $9,600. So, but I think once you go up, like that I think once you get a bigger carat all in one spot, I think that also exponentiates the as well. So I don't think you can just simply multiply it by 21 because it's rarer to get such a big rock than it is to get 21 little ones. Um, so there we go. All right, but I could be wrong. I'm not going to say I'm an expert on it, but I'm just thinking that would be there we go. Mary Jo says I'll take a mix of fabric and yarn. My 20-year anniversary is in March. So, okay, so we have our anniversaries in the same month, just a couple of years apart. Okay, very cool. I hope you feel better soon. Sean from Old Design says he's not feeling well today. So what Debbie says, great hanging out with you. Great way to start our day. And she's over there on the West Coast, I believe. So it's really, really early for her as well. So, and I love how many people hop up and watch me from Oregon, California, Washington, especially at the start. Like it's really, really neat. So there we go. Sheila says her quilt shop's 10 minutes away, which is convenient when they have sales off for sure.
ooh,
Um, Okay, let's see. You could buy a fully stocked studio room for that. Oh, for sure. Yes. So I'm thinking all my quilty friends would rather buy fabric and yarn, which is really,
yeah,
really good news for their husbands. Uh, Mom and Pop says, I honestly have a great time every time on your channel. That is so neat. Thank you so much, Laura. Like Laurel, and that means a lot. Like from everybody. Like I really do try to have a fun and entertaining show each week. That's always my goal because yeah.
you do. And see, I'm not the only one that thinks that.
I know, and I appreciate that. I mean, I really do. Like, I'm a people pleaser from start to finish, and this really does tie into it.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's see. Okay, last chance for a thumbs up, everyone. Yeah, if you haven't hit that thumbs up button and you did enjoy it, please do so. It does help us out immensely because you can only subscribe once, but you can hit the like button in every video. I tend to just, when I go into a video, I hit the thumbs up button before I forget because that's just how I am. Okay, so real quick, what do you have coming up in your channel anytime soon that you'd like to promote?
Well, real quick, if y'all can do me a favor, I have hit the 1,000 mark for the subscribers. My next is my watch hour. So if you have some time, and you just want to hang out with me for a little bit and watch some of my previous videos, I'd love that to get the watch hours in. I would appreciate that very, very much. I'm still working on the gnomes. We've got the secret project with cotton cuts coming up that's, been spilled a little bit. I'm still working on my lion. I do need to get a video out. I had gotten some fabric right at the ending of getting all the fabrics in that I have not done a thank you video on that. And the lion is a slow project, but I'm loving all the blocks that I've done so far. It's going to be really, really pretty. So my lion, I need to name him. Somebody came up with a name. I thought about doing like a little everybody give me ideas for a name for the lion, because it's not just my lion, it's our lion, because everybody sent me fabrics. That's pretty much it at the moment that I can chit chat about.
Excellent. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I mean, I need to go watch some more of your videos when I get 20 minutes to myself. It seems like every time I sit down, something happens. I have to go.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I have two teenage boys, so like a lot of my time is spent going to the store and replenishing the supplies that they demolish. And that sort of stuff there. But for the lion, I'm going to throw in my suggestion. Like every time I hear the word lion, I think of the cowardly lion. But I think you're very brave for taking on this project because you are not an experienced foundation paper piecer. So I go with the brave lion. But that's something to think about.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And I
Let's
like Wizard of Oz too.
Yeah. Oh, I do too. Okay, eat chocolate, be kind to yourself and others. Yeah, if you get a chance, please go over to Martha's channel and go watch some of her content. It's always a lot of fun. If you like her bubbly personality here, it shows in every video she does. So if you enjoy what you saw today, you got to see more of it as well. Start with the 12 Days of Quiltmas video. That one's a lot of fun to watch. And then just work your way around and see what you like. And if you like it, hit that subscribe button. And then someone else, Kathleen was saying here real quick, double check your subscriptions. I clicked on a regular channel and instantly unsubscribed. Not sure what happened to YouTube bots up to double check to be sure. Yeah, I had someone else say to me the other day that they got unsubscribed to me somehow. So yeah, check your subscriptions and make sure all your favorites are still subscribed. So that way you are getting the notifications and that sort of thing there. Because sometimes it's like anything else, tech issues happen and you might get unsubscribed from a favorite by accident as well. So check, that might be a good thing for you to do during the new year. Just make sure you're all connected to your favorites. So there we go. Sorry?
Oh, on Wednesdays, I do the Wonderful Channel Wednesday too. I put it in the community tab. And
Yes.
so far, I do 2 channels per week. And those are the 2 that are showcased for the week. And then underneath those, I have a running list of channels that I've already suggested. Just some of the people that I like to watch, that I've been in contact with or I enjoy watching. I hopefully will get eventually to everyone, but because the list is going to start to get long here pretty soon. So I thought about on the next Wednesday, whoever is at the very bottom, who was one of the first ones, I'll just kind of take them off. And that way the list doesn't get a mile long.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he only got 5,000 characters, I think, anyway. So at some point you got to run out.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, let's just, we do need to run because I have somewhere I have to be in like an errands and chain. But come back, check out my podcast tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, as always. And then, if I don't get to chat to you guys beforehand, Happy New Year. I hope you had a good 2023. If you have any last minute projects you want to get done in 2023, get sewing now. Check out Martha's channel. Go check out Donnell's live in a little bit. Go check out Laura Lynn at 1 p.m. and all our good friends. And we will see you all. So hopefully I'll see everybody tomorrow. Happy New Year. And we'll be back again next Saturday morning for Brekkie, the guy who sews, will be sewing clue. Is it 6? Yeah, clue 6 of the Carnival Puzzle Mystery Quilt. And I'll have my friend Katie from the Greenland Quilter joining me for that. So there you go. So I hope you all have a great day. If I missed your comment, I apologize now. It was not intentional. But am I missing something? No.
Happy
Okay.
New Year,
Right.
everyone.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Thank you all. I hope you all have a
Thank you,
great day,
Tom.
and we'll see you next time. Happy sewing.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.